Well, hello everyone. Right now we are hearing channel 2 and 3 of grids triggering, let's see, channel 2 is triggering this side of streams, which is receiving the digital noise from Bustle Noise Square and some level modulation from, I think, the second LFO here. Channel 3 is striking the bottom half of the LXD. The top half, because these are normal together, the output from the top half is going into the bottom half. Well, the top half is receiving a signal from the PLL, and CV, attenuated and offset here, is coming from function set to a loop. And the PLL, it's making those kind of liquidy popping sounds. Well, the LXD is making it make those sounds. The raw wave coming from the PLL, it's the square wave, the oscillator output, receiving CV from the phase comparator, but the comparator is listening to the two lifeforms oscillators, and they are receiving pitch CV from the 8-bit cipher controlled by the grid's clock divided by 4 here in the QCD. One of the cipher's data inputs is this LFO. The second data input is digital noise from the E950. Speaking of the E950, it is going through streams. This side, it's triggered by channel 1 of grids, and it's receiving pitch CV from the cipher, and it sounds like this. Now I have Platts running on a kind of a drone. It is getting occasional pitch CV from the Kinks sample and hold. That's being triggered by a divided by 2 clock division of one of Cypher's gate outputs. And I am rectifying that sample and hold signal, running it through the quantizer and into Platts, which is receiving a steady clock from the QCD. Let me solo this for a second, because the grid's reset output is triggering pip slope, and that's modulating the timbre of Platts. So at the beginning of each measure, it gets that little bit of an accent there. Now then, let's see, I'm using that same, well no, a slightly different, the half wave rectified output is controlling Platts, because it hangs at 0 more of the time, so you hear more of the root. The full wave rectified version, going through the other side of the quantizer set to the same scale, that is driving the dual parallel VCO. The two parallel oscillators are tuned 1/5 apart, but they're both tracking from the same control voltage. And those two waves are going into the lifeforms mixer, because we're not actually hearing the lifeforms oscillators, because they're controlling the PLL. Instead, the dual parallel is going through lifeforms filter, which the filter is sort of acting as a low pass gate, because that output is then going through skis that's being triggered by a Euclidean pattern from the little nerd. But you're only hearing it when the filter is open. And an envelope here is being triggered by one of the 8-bit cipher gate outputs. Panning of that is being controlled by the A143-1, which is just running on its own with no clock or trigger inputs. It's strangely soothing. At least I hope you think so. Check out my Bandcamp and my Patreon, and be sure to thank my patrons because they paid for most of this cool stuff. And thanks y'all for watching and listening, and I will catch you next time.